What's going on? This is Yancey, author and producer of the This Is Why series. Make sure you go now and subscribe to my website, www.newfacemanagement.org. This is why you go to college.
This is why you go to college.
Hey yo, this is why you go to college. New Face Entertainment. Always paid my bills.
This is why you go to college.
New Face Entertainment. New Face. New Face.
This is why you go to college.
This is why you go to college.
This is why you go to college.
My man Marcus, what's up, boy? How you doing?
Chilling, man.
Yeah,
Chilling.
Good.
What's going on?
All right, not much. I'm gonna go over some of the basics.
All right.
State your name.
My name is Marcus Lanier.
Major.
Majored in computer information systems with a minor in business.
All right. When did you graduate?
Graduated Hampton, class of 09, overfiled with 13.
Cool. All right. Well, when did you start with New Face?
I started in fall of 2007.
Cool. Tell your experience, how you got started.
I mean, I've been going to y'all parties since like 05 for a while. Legion was definitely popping, definitely the skating party. And after a while, I was like, why don't I just like work for them? Because I always go to your parties. I might as well like get some experience, do some real stuff with y'all. So Bianca, shout out to Bianca, she was like, you need to join, and like really dragged me to the interest meeting. And then after that, the rest was history.
Okay. So what happened once you joined New Face? How did things take place for you? What?
It was, I mean, at first it was like a real transition because I was already doing a lot with, you know, my major and all that, but it was fun because it was a lot of work, but it was a family style type of way. So like people could, you know, definitely, I would say, get you on your game, as in like, you know, you could be doing a lot of stuff. They're like, all right, you messing up, son. Go ahead and put these flyers on real quick, and then you get you back to your homework. So that's how it really is.
Cool. All right, so I know you joined New Face, and you ended up becoming a co-director. And explain to them what a co-director of New Face would be.
So
because some people don't know,
right?
You know, the ins and outs of a street team for how we handle it.
So for a co-director, what that pretty much means is you are pretty much an owner of a specific street team, and your goal is to make sure that they stay on their game as far as promoting, as far as putting the flyers out, make sure you talk to people, make sure that they do everything that is right in their marketing purposes to make the party or whatever event pop. And so my co-director, again Bianca, me and her had a street team, about 4 or 5 people. We made sure that, you know, they had rides for whatever they needed to promote, that, you know, they were good, that they had everything they needed so they could get the job done.
Cool. All right. So so as a result of that, what did you learn moving forward in life? Like, what did you learn from being in charge of a street team and being a part of New Face? What did you learn moving forward from there?
Definitely learn about leadership skills, being able to do good time management, being able to make sure that you maintain a team. You know, making sure that there's a lot of things that's going to go on in life. You're going to have a lot of obstacles, a lot of different things that pop up at you at once. How can you maintain them? How can you manage them? And so me managing 4 other people along with my course load, along with the organizations that I'm in, definitely showed me something that was really good for moving forward.
Okay. Did you have any situations you remember, or any obstacles, anything you want to speak on?
Definitely the promotion at Norfolk State. That was a little bit rough because it was homecoming for them and they were already drunk, so they really didn't listen to what we had to say. So it was kind of like, you know, telling them like, hey, you get to get to this party, and you know, they just reading us off, whatever. And we had to get a specific amount of tickets, so make sure my street team is good, make sure I'm good, and it's a whole bunch of drunk people. Yeah, it was rough.
All right. Aside from the parties, what else do you remember about what New Face brought to you as a college student?
Definitely a sense of the actual college experience. Coming from that place, Hampton. You had, you know, the on-campus parties, but it was kind of the same old. Once you go to like 5 of them, you know what's going to happen. You know the transition. You know where, if it's in Holland, all right, it's going to be a sweatbox. If it's in the student center, all right, you got about 2 hours and then you out. Going to a new Face event was like, okay, you know you're going to know people there. You know that it's going to pop. You know that you're going to be safe. You know that you're not going to have to worry about a lot of things you have to worry about with house parties or with other different things. And so with that, it really gave you a sense of security while being able to really turn up as a college kid.
And what do you currently do now?
Currently, I'm a software analyst for a government contracting firm.
Okay, cool. Have you ever had to use New Face as on your resume to gain employment, or New Face as an internship?
So my very first position, I definitely did use that as my resume, and my hiring managers looked at it and said, "So what is this entertainment company that you put on down there? You say that you're a director." And I was able to spit facts like, "Oh yeah, I was directing. I was maintaining this group of people, did a street team, definitely managed business and all that." And they were like, "Oh, okay, that's what's up." And I think that was the determining factor in me getting hired over the other people.
That's what I'm talking about, boy. That's what New Face is about. That's what I'm saying. All right. So, I'm sure you know the 12 to 2 in the Student Center. You speak on that real quick. Speak on as far as like how you feel about it when you were in college, and then what you think about it now. Just seeing how it's grown on basically over a decade, and just knowing where you came from and how New Face created that 12 to 2. What do you have to say about
12 to 2 was a lifestyle. We just start there. 12 to 2, like, it was so big, people would plan their classes in order to make the 12 to 2.
Right.
And if you was somebody that really wanted to, like, pop or show yourself, you had to get 12 to 2. Even if it was just for 30 minutes or an hour. People would go, all right, I'm going to go to lunch. All right, I'm going to go to 12 to 2, get a cheesesteak real quick and listen to music real quick. I'll meet you in class.
Yeah.
Like, that's how big 12 to 2 is. So, for my major, it was kind of difficult for me to, like, maneuver my course schedule so I could enjoy the whole 12 to 2. So I would either be in the beginning or I'd be in the end. Obviously, you want to be at the end because that's when everybody turn up and everybody leave. But the 12 to 2 is definitely one of the biggest things out during my tenure. How it is now, I think that the kids there, well, I'm not going to call them kids, they're adults, but the students there, I don't think they realize like how big it really is. Like anybody that's, I'm going to say class of 2012, 13, and older, they probably know, they know more. But anybody that's younger is like, all right, whatever, I'm just going to go. Because they don't have that, they don't have it anymore. So because they don't have it, they don't know what they're missing. Whereas we know, hell, we go back to homecoming, we're like, all right, where's 12 2? Like, we don't have it. Like, what do you mean you don't have it? So that's the sense of lifestyle.
So we're talking about 12 to 2, talking about, Legion parties, co-director, Norfolk State, the New Face dinners.
They were some bomb dinners for real. And I mean, it just definitely showed like a family atmosphere where you can just cut up. And I mean, like you say, you stress as a college student. You're definitely doing this promotion, getting your work in, and this is the one time you can be like, you know what? All right, let's just cut it off. Let's just enjoy ourselves, and we can just. It got reckless sometimes. I will say that it definitely got reckless, but the shit was fun. Definitely fun.
And you're from?
I'm from Baltimore, Maryland.
You're from the Baltimore, Maryland area. How did when it came to the music? We had a various number of DJs. Would you say that you felt with Tay being from Baltimore, do you feel like the New Face DJs allow for you to give you that sense of being home?
Yeah.
When it came to that particular genre that you were used to hearing at home and going down to Virginia?
Yeah, so like Tay and those definitely brought out that Baltimore club that I'm so used to. And if you grew up where I grew up, that's really all you knew. You didn't really mess with go-go like that. You didn't really know Western. You didn't really know Bay. You didn't know none of that. So having those New Face DJs that were specialized in those different types of genres definitely opened my eyes to where I could go home and be like, all right, we're going to listen to Baltimore Club. And you don't got no hyphy music, you ain't got no downside, you ain't got no go-go. And I think I said go-go. My friends looked at me like, I had 3 hits. And like, I mean, that's what happens when with New Face, you literally look up like, yeah, I'm definitely open now. My ears are open to all of the different, music styles that we have. So them DJs are definitely fine.
All right, so what advice would you give to a high school student that's looking to go to college or is a little confused as to where they want to go to college? What would you want to tell them?
So for anybody who's a high school senior that's looking to go to college, definitely look at all the different aspects. Number one, I would strongly suggest you go out of state because you can have that flexibility of being able to go home. In my personal opinion, you won't grow unless you put yourself in an uncomfortable position and be able to rise above it. And then number two, I would say to look at all of your avenues. Make sure that you understand what you're going there for. What type of major would you like to do? Are you in the theater? Are you a computer science major? Are you an MBA? From there, look at the schools that you feel is most comfortable that you can rock with, whether it be a HBCU, PWI, doesn't matter. Understand that there's going to be some struggle with it, but the reward is worth it in the end.
All right, and for that college freshman that may be a little like discouraged or feel like they want to just go home and quit, you know, and go back home to their family, what would you say to them? You know, when it comes to wanting to go home.
I would say that it's tough. Don't get me wrong. We've all gone through it at one point in time. Like, trust me, I've been through it at least 3 or 4 times regarding the math that I did or anything like that. But that's what it's supposed to be. If college was easy, everybody would go for it. So it's supposed to be tough because it's supposed to show you how it's going to be in the real world. And in the real world, you can't always go back to mom and dad or go back to, you know, your family and be like, hey, whatever. Like, you have to be able to stand on your own 2 feet. So fight through it, persevere through it, and you'll be a good success story when you go walk across that stage saying, yeah, I wanted to quit sophomore year, freshman year, but I didn't. I stuck with it, and now I'm walking across the stage.
All right, Marcus.
All right.
Nice chatting with you.
All right.
Appreciate it, bro.
All right.
Yeah. That's a wrap. Good job.